on the evidence of dinner.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes.
All right. Good morning. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, I will appoint the public defender's office for you this morning. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a warrant or new charge. Either way, we're going to bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine this morning whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. You're entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear affirm testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Emily DeRosier. Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
3/19/1984.
You are here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Hitzman for a trespass. The conveyance, the bond amount is $2,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. State, is this the time served?
I'm sorry?
Hold on one second.
Trespass. Sorry, Your Honor, I don't know if I even have her original.
Okay, do you have the record? The criminal record?
Sorry, Your Honor. Okay. This could be a time served, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. DeRosier, you want to resolve your case today for time served?
Please.
Do you understand that by taking a plea on this case today, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to the trespass, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Going to adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Hernandez County Jail, 2 days credit for time served. Your fines and court costs are going to be $503 plus the cost of incarceration assessed against you. If you were previously appointed to the public defender's office, that fee will be assessed against you as well. When you get out, you want to make your way down to the clerk of court and make payment arrangements for all of those things, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Jane Holland. Can I have your date of birth? Date of birth?
Date of birth, 1775.
You're here today for a failure to appear on a trespass charge out of Hillsborough County. It looks like the bond amount on that is $100? Yeah, $100. So you can pay the $100.
I did show up.
What's that?
I did show up, Judge.
Okay.
I was here yesterday, yes ma'am.
Okay, well,
I was here yesterday. I was giving up that charge and that $100 charge and that 6 months by the judge and said I would be released today. I was not released yesterday. I was taken back to the jail room and I was put on your property where I was not supposed to be for after 20, probably about maybe 10 more hours.
Okay.
I was on the 21st, not the 20th. I was supposed to be out on the 20th and eat my dinner last night. I'm from Virginia now. I ain't from here.
okay. Well, Hillsborough County will come get you within the next 5 days, okay? Lisa Thacker. Can I have your date of birth?
4/17/63.
Thank you. You're here today for a retail theft. The bond amount is currently $500. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint the PD. State that you have a prior record.
Yes, she does, Your Honor. I'm just looking for 2004, there's a neglect of a child and possession of paraphernalia, false ID to Leo in 05, and a a petty theft in 2015, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Saxer, I have an address for you on Chimney Rock Drive in Webster. Is that where you live?
In Webster, yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
3 years.
Do you have a job?
I am a student at Pasco Fernando State College.
Okay. All right, I'm going to keep the bond at $500 and we're going to see you back to court July 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Okay? Someone from the PD's office will reach out to you. If they don't, you want to make sure to get in touch with them, okay? Tanya Stone. Ms. Stone, can I have your date of birth?
3/11/71.
All right. Looks like you have some deal going on in Pasco County. There was a warrant for your arrest for a failure to appear on a burglary charge. So the bond amount on that is $50,013. We're going to keep it at $50,013. Pasco County is going to come get you within the next 5 days. And when you get there, you can ask for an attorney and a court date, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right. Heather Thompson. Can I have your date of birth?
3/22/84.
You are here today for a burglary of a dwelling and trespass. One second. All right, I found probable cause for the trespass. I'm going to do a 24-hour hold on the burglary, only because there's nothing in that PC affidavit indicating that the defendant was not licensed or invited to enter into the dwelling. There's no statement by the victim, Maria Colas, in that case indicating that the defendant and even the co-defendant, Gareth Butenko, were invited to be in the residence. All we have is defendant admissions. So, with regard to the trespass, do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you on that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to do a prior record.
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, I believe that she has current charges, first of all, pending out of Hernando County. There also are several failure to appear. She may have some stuff pending.
Do you
out
have a case number for a pending charge?
All I have is the arrest. It doesn't say a case number, Your Honor.
What was the arrest for?
It was on May 1st, vehicle theft and resisting officer without violence.
Do you know when your other court date is? Do you have a court date set up right now for another case?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. It's 18 CF 951. It's on Mayor Jr.'s docket.
Was it 951?
951.
Okay, hold on.
She went into PTI.
She was in PTI.
Okay. All right, you entered into the PTI program for that charge?
Yes.
And, Your Honor, I'm assuming at this point they'll be rejecting her.
Yes, they will. All right. So for the trespass charge, I'm going to keep that at $1,000. We'll see you back to court on that date on July 13th at 9 a.m. For the burglary charge, I'm going to do a 24-hour hold. There'll be no bond for right now. We're going to see you back in the morning. They're going to go to Deputy Vargas and try to get some clarification on that case, okay?
Okay.
You're holding out no bond on the burglary?
Okay, we'll see you back tomorrow morning. And we'll do Gareth Butenko. Mr. Butenko, can I have your date of birth?
4/29/87.
Okay. You were here today for a burglary charge on one case, and the other case of a trespass and 3 counts of possession of controlled substance. With regard to the trespass and 3 counts of possession of controlled substance, I found probable cause for all of those. Did you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office in that case. State the prior record.
Yes, Your Honor. It's out of Virginia, so it's, there's a manufacturer, sale, possession of a controlled substance in 2012. There's some distribution of marijuana, which they have as a misdemeanor, also in 2012. Drug charges in 2012, and there's some previous failure to appears. Actually, just last year here in Hernando County, Your Honor, he had 2 failure to appears.
Okay. Mr. Butenko, I have an address for you on Vega Drive in Port Richey. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
3 years?
Do you have a job?
Nope.
Okay. All right, I'm going to keep all the bonds on this the same, 2, 2, 2, and 1. We're going to see you back to court on this case on July 20th. With regard to your burglary charge, we're going to do a 24-hour hold, no bond on that, for the same reasons as the co-defendant. The statute requires that to find probable cause, you need to have you need to state that the defendant is not licensed or invited to enter into the dwelling, and I need a statement from the victim in that case indicating that. So we'll hold no bond. We'll see him back at first appearance tomorrow morning at 6:22, and I'll make the PD determination at that time. Okay, Meredith Wilcox. Ms. Wilcox, can I have your date of birth?
Yes, ma'am. It's July 21st, 75.
Okay, you were here for a failure to appear on a driving on suspended license in front of Judge Hitzman on June 19th. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Is this the time served? Any time served on this?
Sorry, Your Honor. People are all over the place. Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You want to take care of your case today, Meredith, and get out of jail today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You understand that by taking care of your case today, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to the driving on suspended driver's license, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
No contest.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's really involuntarily entered, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You'll have fines and court costs of $438 and 2 days for the cost of incarceration assessed against you. You want to make your way down to the clerk of court, make payment arrangements for those things when you get out, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Jerry Keown. Can I have your date of birth?
8579.
All right. You are here today for 2 counts of petty theft. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office in each case. I know she's got a couple prior petty thefts.
Yes, Your Honor. There's a Berg structure in 2016. Forgery of a banknote of some sort, Your Honor, also in 2016, and several failure to appears.
Okay. All right. Ms. Karen, I have an address for you on Broad Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Yes.
Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond on each case at $2,000. I'm going to see you back to court on these cases on July 20th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? $2,000 each. Adam Getty. Can I have your date of birth?
2/24/65.
All right, you are here today because you have a hold out of Hillsborough County for a violation of probation on a DUI. They want you held no bond on that until we get you down to Hillsborough, so we're going to keep you held no bond. They have 5 days, and they'll come back up within the next 5 days and take you down there. When you get down there, you can ask for a court date and a public defender, okay?
Okay.
All right. Shakari Jones.
Come on, Denise, get up.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, can I have your date of birth?
3/23/99.
You're here today for burglary of a dwelling, kidnapping, domestic battery, felony domestic battery by strangulation, tampering, harassing witness or victim, and violation of injunction for domestic violence. I did find probable cause for all of these. I do see that you have an open case out there, 2018 CF 936, and that you were out on bond on that case. The offense date on that was April 29th. So what we're going to do is I'm going to recommit you on that case. So in 2018 CF 936, we're going to do a recommitment order and revoke your bond on that case. The bonds on this case, you're entitled to a bond on these charges. So the burglary of the dwelling is going to be $20,000. The kidnapping is going to be $20,000. The domestic battery is going to be $10,000. The felony domestic battery by strangulation is going to be $20,000. The trespass, tampering with a victim witness is going to be $5,000. And the violation of protection for injunction for domestic violence is going to be $5,000. Should be $80,000. We're going to see you back in court. Does he have his court date June 29th?
He does, Your Honor.
Okay, let's set all this up for June 29th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt.
Judge, I don't believe you asked about appointment.
Sorry?
I didn't hear if you asked about appointment.
Mr. Mr. Jones, sorry. Do you have the public defender on your other case?
I believe so.
What's your attorney's name?
I believe Mr. Thomas King.
Who?
It's Jamie Kane.
Oh, okay, that's a PD. All right. We'll make sure the public defender is appointed on this case as well, okay?
Thank you.
Damian Moore? Have your date of birth?
3/5/98.
You're here today for possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, and a DUI, an enhanced DUI. I did find probable cause for your arrest on each of these. Did you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
State the prior record?
Your Honor, either I missed it or I don't have a criminal history here.
Okay. How old are you, 19?
20.
20? Okay. You live in Spring Hill somewhere? Where do you live?
10-303 Fulton Street.
Is that in Spring Hill?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
7 years.
Live with your parents?
Yeah.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am. 2
Okay. What kind of work do you do?
I work at a family car wash and landscaping job.
Okay. Possession of marijuana is going to be 500. Possession of paraphernalia is going to be 500, and the DUI is going to stay at 1,000. And we're going to see you back to court on July 13th at 9 a.m. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll find the public defender. Someone will reach out to you. If not, you need to reach out to them. Jonathan Perry. Can I have your date of birth?
10/9/90.
You were here today for introduction of contraband into the jail facility. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State?
Yes, Your Honor. There is, what county is this out of? I want to say Felicia. There was a Sunbury PD, I think this is Ohio. There was a trafficking, all it says is convicted to a lesser. I don't know what the conviction.
When was that?
In 2012.
Okay. Anything since then?
Not, he had,
That was an old case
Hey,
from Ohio.
whoa. Not
Yeah.
asking you. Don't say anything.
I was going to say, I thought it was Ohio. There was an arrest for a battery and a probation violation in September of 17, but I don't know, the history doesn't say anything that happened with that.
Okay,
And I don't know what the probation violation was for.
right. We never do it first appearance, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have an address here on Shannon Ave in Spring Hill, is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 8, 9 years.
Okay, do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
Landscaping.
All right, we're going to keep the bond at $2,000. We're going to see you back to court on July 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Charles Pliant? Can I have your date of birth?
2682.
You are here today for a violation of probation. Have the affidavit from your probation officer indicating a positive drug test. So there is probable cause for your arrest, and you have no bond on that until we get you back in front of the judge. Is there any? What judge is this?
Toner.
Is there anything earlier than that? July 20th?
July 6th, yeah.
I don't need to do that. Just in case. Okay. We're going to move your court date up to July 6th, okay? Do you have the public defender already appointed in that case?
No, Your Honor.
Who did you have, a private attorney or?
I had a private attorney.
Okay, do you want the public defender in this case? You're going to hire somebody.
I'm not sure. I haven't had any contact with the outside.
Your Honor, he has family members present. They believe that he's going to ask for the public defender, so if you
Okay, I don't, okay. I need to know what you want to do. Do you want to represent yourself right now? Do you want a public defender, or are you going to hire somebody?
Well, I need a public defender at the moment. I need proper representation.
Okay, I'm going to appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back on July 6th.
Thank you.
Louis Skolnier?
Yes.
Can I have your date of birth?
11857.
All right, you're here today for a trespass. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you have a prior record?
He does, Your Honor, but this would be a good case for a time served if
Okay.
the court was inclined.
All right, do you want to resolve your case today and get out of jail today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you understand
Yes,
that
ma'am.
by taking a plea on this case today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. With regard to the trespass charge, how do you plead? Complete no contest. No contest?
No contest.
I accept
No
your plea, no
contest.
contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Hernando County Jail, 2 days credit for time served. The compliance of court costs amount of $503, and the cost of incarceration is assessed against you for those 2 days. If you're able to do so, you need to make your way down to the clerk of court and make payment arrangements for all of those things, okay?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, Todd Williams. Can I have your date of birth?
9/29/89.
All right, you are here today for a petty theft charge. I found probable cause for your arrest.
Ma'am.
Hold on. It looks like it's an upmand. It was a misdemeanor, and they figured out that you have priors, so now they decided to charge you with a felony. So that's the deal on that.
Ma'am.
What?
I was injured or given an NTA, and I don't understand. I went to court already, and I talked to Mr. Henson, and he said I just had to show up to court for my felony. Once they updated it.
Yeah.
Why did I get arrested? Why was I issued a warrant?
Because when they changed it from a misdemeanor to a felony, it's now a new charge. So they dismissed the misdemeanor case, and now you're being charged with a felony. And
Okay.
now they re-arrest you on that because that's what they are allowed to do. So, all right. So right now the bond is $2,000. And other than that one misdemeanor that was dismissed. Hold on one second. I'm not done with you.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, there was a dealing in stolen property in 2011, grand theft in 2010, other thefts in 11, vehicle theft in 2013, possession of controlled substance in 2013. He was discharged from prison in 14. Possession of controlled substance in 14. 15, he had a controlled substance without a prescription. Another theft in 15. Theft in 16. Possession of meth that he went to prison in 16. He was released from prison in September of 17.
Okay. You were just released from DOC last fall?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you don't have an address, right? You're living on the street?
I do have an address.
Okay. What's your address?
18052 Sandalwood Avenue.
And that's where you live?
Yeah, that's my mom's house.
Okay. Oh, and they found you were sleeping behind a dumpster, right?
Yeah, well, I was
So-
on the way back from BC. It's complicated.
Yeah, it is. All right.
No,
Well,
very complicated.
all right. Well, this part isn't. We're going to set your bond at $5,000. We're going to see you back to court on July 20th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Alright.